All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back. For those who are new to me, welcome. My name is Adiola, and I am an African living here in Merida, Yucatan, Mexico. All right. Today's tutorial will be finding rentals in Merida for under $350. And we're going to be doing that on Facebook Marketplace. All right, so in the past, I did a recording on how to find a rental apartment or a rental accommodation. It could be an apartment, it could be a house, a townhouse for under 1,000 US dollars. I did another one for under 500 US dollars, and I'm going to do another one for under 350 US dollars so that at least that way we have all three ranges. So we have the low range, the middle range, or the medium range, and then the high range. Because I understand that not everybody moves to Mexico under a financial constraint. A lot of expats still have a thriving business or maybe a remote job, but they just chose to change their environment. They chose to maybe move somewhere else whereby their money can go further. So some people might be able to afford a $1,000 rent very easily because maybe where they were coming from, they could only rent a tiny two-bedroom apartment for $2,000. But here in Mexico, they could rent a four-bedroom house with a backyard, a garden, swimming pool, everything for just $1,000. So I definitely understand that. But we also have people who retire down here in Mexico, so they have to live off of their pension, or some people might just be taking a gap year and they might not be earning that much money and they might be spending through their savings, or maybe they've had to downsize their lifestyle by working less hours or just taking on a lower paying job so that they can actually enjoy their lifestyle. Because sometimes some higher paying jobs can really affect your quality of life. So for this one, we're going to be using Facebook Marketplace because I find that the other websites, Inmuebles 24 and Viva Anuncios, they only gave like minimum 5,000 pesos for like absolute minimum rent. But here you can actually find an apartment that's like 3,500, 2,000, whatever. So Facebook Marketplace has it all. Facebook Marketplace though can be a little bit shady, so you have to be careful. And what I mean by that is that sometimes some realtors might post a random picture just to get people to call them, and they can save those people's number for future business, right? But maybe during this tutorial, we will find those shady realtors. But in many cases, you really don't know because maybe the pictures are actually legit pictures, but the apartment might have been rented already. So when you contact these realtors, they will tell you that, hey, the apartment has been rented, but hey, just give me your number. So it's like, if it has been rented, why don't you just take it down? But they left it on there. Why? So that they can keep building their list. And now you have become the client, or at least the potential client. So Facebook Marketplace, that's it. And we also have other options. We have Facebook groups. So we have this one called Merida Casitas for Rent. So many of them, as you can see here. And if I click on, well, you're going to have to join them first of all. And then now you're going to be able to see what's out there. I joined this one a while ago. I'm not really sure why they haven't accepted me, but yeah, you can see stuff here. But the only thing though is that here, the prices might be a little bit on the high range, or sometimes it could be other expats looking for roommates. So maybe they rented like a $20,000 three-bedroom home, swimming pool, and everything. So between three people, that's about 7,000 pesos. So maybe like maybe $400, like less than $400. So at least that way, you get a really comfortable place and a really nice place for, at an affordable price, right? So there are so many ways to find accommodation. You can also use WhatsApp groups. They have WhatsApp groups for rentals. You can ask friends. You can walk around, look at for rent signs. But for most people, they're gonna be going online, right? Because Merida can get too hot just to be walking around looking for signs. So Facebook Marketplace, though, this is where I found my current place, right? Back in December 2020. So Yeah, and it didn't take me long. It took me, I think, I only spent 2 or 3 days looking. Yeah, it didn't take me long at all. And when I found my agent took me to like three different places. So sometimes, like I said, you might find a realtor, and then they might have like a few other properties in your range, and then they will just take you around, right? So that way you're not contacting multiple different people. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to need a Facebook account, obviously, and then you're going to go on Facebook Marketplace, right? Because Facebook is very huge here in Mexico, very big. Facebook dating, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, Facebook pages, all sorts of communities here on Facebook. And here you're gonna put, your maximum price. So I put 6,500 pesos because based on this currency converter, it says that $350, it's about 6,281 Mexican pesos. So I just added a little bit more. I added a little bit more. So it can be 6,500 pesos. And let's see, let's come back here. So you're gonna add that. You can also add your criterias. How many bedrooms? Minimum one bedroom, obviously two plus. The bathrooms, rental type, square meters. But I just put in the price for now. And as you can see here, it's showing me the different parts of Merida that has properties within that price range. So you want to live in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west. You want to live outside of the peripheral. Now, in the previous video, I mentioned that outside of the peripheral, it would be better if you have a car because if you don't have a car, Ubers can get expensive and Ubers can be quite challenging to find, right? So you want to live within the city's perimeter. So the northwest, northeast, that's like the premium area of Merida. So um, rent might be a little bit higher. The northwest much cheaper, even though it's still north. And yeah, the west also, you know, much cheaper. And then the south for some reason gets a bad rep, like oh it's dangerous or all these things. So because of that, rent and everything is actually cheaper in the south, but it's mostly a stereotype. But the north definitely more developed. You're gonna find the Costco's, Home Depots, the Wendy's, um, Sam's Club, Walmart, Chedraui Selecto, nice shopping malls like La Isla, Galerías, the Harbor, high rises, fancy office buildings in the north, all developed. But if you're someone like me and you don't even care about any of those things, you just need a nice place, and you don't mind taking Uber once in a while, you don't mind even riding a bike once in a while, then I'll say really there's no point living in those areas. But if you are really about okay, let me live in a nice area, then you can choose that. But I don't think they're gonna have rent available in that price range in this area, unless you're just gonna be renting a room, right? Then you can definitely get rent about $350. But in this area, you're not gonna find like a whole house or apartment for that price. It's probably possible, but it's very few and far in between. Very, very hard. Unless it's like an apartment that hasn't been well maintained, then maybe you can find an apartment about 6,000 pesos. But aside from that, no, you're gonna have to go to the side, the west, and the south. It'll be mostly small homes, like something we're seeing right here, like small homes. And then Cauquel has many houses, like small one-story house at 5,000 pesos or less. In this area, Cauquel has a lot of those. Las Americas a little bit as well, but not as many as Cauquel. Right, and then we have Canasin again. So Canasin also gets a bad rep that it isn't safe. There's like bandits, and sometimes the gangs they get into conflict and such, right? But anyway, that's up to you because sometimes, what is being said about a particular area is actually not the reality. Like we all know that Mexico gets a really bad rep, but many of us have been living here and it's been quite safe. Well, at least in Merida. Some parts of Mexico, not so much, right? So it's all a matter of you trying things out and just seeing for yourself. So here we have the whole of Merida. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go based on these pictures, right? So I'm not even going to choose a place. I'm just going to choose based on these pictures. So let me choose this one that's been staring right at me. the whole time. So one room, one bathroom, habitation baño. One room, one bathroom. It's showing it's a house, unfurnished, definitely at that price point, definitely. And as you can see, like I said, it's like in Cauquel. So Cauquel, it's in the west of Merida, right? And you have a lot of lower income homes, houses. As you can see, this place looks like it was recently built not too long ago, right? Really good. So when you move in, so this is going to be like the parking lot, right? If you have a car, and here you can put a grass there, or you can put, you can buy your own plant and put it there. So it looks really nice. And once you move in, just put in your own furniture, so it'll be really beautiful. And 3,200 pesos, that's about $200 thereabouts. Let's look it up on here. 3,200 pesos. Yeah, so 178, right? For that. And it's just one room, one bathroom, right? But it's a whole house. It's not an apartment building. Let me just close this. It's not an apartment building, just a small home, right? And that's, yeah, this is the kitchen area. As you can see, just basic. So unfurnished. So unfurnished in Mexico means like nothing comes with the house, just the walls and the ceiling and the doors. So you're gonna have to put in your own stove, fridge, and then the cabinet spaces here, right? If you're gonna be living there for a year or more, you can put in your own closet. I know people who do that, or maybe just put like a shelf, like a wooden shelf. It's not gonna cost you much because after all, your rent only costs about 178 US dollars. So let's X out of this one. Up, X out of it. All right, and now let's go to this other one. Two bedroom, one bath, right? I'm guessing this is also okay. So this is in the southeast, right? Um, and not too far from Kanasim, but it's not in Kanasim, right? So in the previous video, I mentioned that the south, or maybe also in this video, I also mentioned that the south and the west have lower income homes, right? Affordable homes, because the north and central, those are in high demand, high demand. So definitely you want to stay away from that. So as you can see, there's like they have an area for one car or even two cars, right? You can park your car there and you can put a garden space here, so it looks beautiful. It's in the southeast. It's also not too far from the airport. So the airport is about maybe 10 minutes ride from here, right? Which is a plus. Wow, this is a really large living room. Wow, so large. And yeah, so this backyard, like as you can see, very beautiful, nicely done. This is probably the living room. Yeah, probably the living room. Yeah, this is the bathroom area. So you can just put in your own shower curtain, right? Put in your own shower curtain and your own furnitures, and you're good to go, right? Two bedrooms, one bath, right? At exactly three less than $350, right? And let's click on this one. So this one, it's showing it's an apartment, departamento, at 5,800 pesos, and it's furnished. Well, it looks furnished, but here it says unfurnished. So when you contact the realtor, the landlord, what have you, you can confirm all those details. Yeah, it's an apartment. You can confirm all those details and be like, is it furnished, unfurnished, or maybe it's semi-furnished? Let's see where it's located. Okay, so it's in the north. Montes de Jaime. Wow, that's really cheap for Montes de Jaime. This is really cheap. Wow, 5,800 pesos. Wow, for that area. Wow. Okay, yeah. So it's showing here. It's semi furnished, semi amobilado. So meaning it comes with the basics, but not everything. So rent 5,800 pesos, but your deposit 8,700 pesos. Because usually they ask you for 2 months rent, but this landlord is asking for a month and a half, a month and a half rent, and then yeah, you have to pay for the contract. Maintenance 2,900 pesos. I don't know what that is, but anyway. So in the north, you can see what your money can get you for one bedroom, one bath in the north, right? This is what it looks like. Very nice. very simple, basic furnitures. You can also do what I did, which is that over time, so let's say after a year, you're thinking, oh, I like this place. You can now buy your own furniture. So if somebody happens to be selling the dining table for cheap on a WhatsApp group, you can replace this because these chairs they look very, very flimsy, right? You can just replace those, just ask the landlord to come pick up his cheap furnitures and just slowly replace the furnitures. The mattress, my mattress, I had to replace mine because it was giving me a terrible backache. And then you can paint the walls as well. So it looks really nice and chic. Let's come out of this. All right. We're also looking at another one here, 6,500 pesos. So again, that's about 370, 370. So this is a corner lot, and it's what, three bedrooms, two baths. Let's see where. Okay. It's right. Yeah. So it's showing Monte Carlos. Oh, okay. So it's only a bedroom, guys. Because I'm like, whoa, Monte Carlos. That's a premium neighborhood. Yeah, premium neighborhood. But yeah, so Cholu has a university in this area, so that's why here it says that it's for students. So sadly for you guys, this is out of the picture. But anyway, but yeah, it's a bedroom. Yeah, so it's all furnished. Yeah, so it looks like somebody's house, and they're just renting. Yeah, just renting a bedroom to a student. So this is out. Let's just come out of it. There's no point looking at it because it's only for students. Okay, so let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. 2,900 pesos. Let's see.
It's
One
5 o'clock.
Thank you. One bedroom, one bath, unfurnished, and it's in the northwest, so it's in Francisco Montejo, this area, or Ishkun Beach. It depends on where it starts or end. Still Francisco Montejo. Let's see. Okay, so it's an apartment. It's a studio apartment. Oh yeah, I can see now because the kitchen is right there, and then the bed space right here. I mean, if you don't mind something like this for a few months, maybe, yeah, maybe, right? And yeah, wow, 2,100 pesos. Wow. Um, yeah, that's about $150, so, something thereabout, for just something basic. Yeah. Um, private room, private room. Habitación means room. Habitaciones. Okay, so here it's a house. Casa. Okay. I don't know why the first picture is always the bathroom and it's always inside of a toilet. Like, how disgusting is that? And yet, this is really typical of Yucatan. They're gonna give you the toilet without a seat, so you can go buy your own seat about 200 pesos. 200 pesos, not a big deal. Or you can ask the landlord to just put a damn seat. That's what I did. So, wow, this is really cute. Wow, there's a gate there. Wow, it's in a really nice shape. So let's just check out the pictures, and this one has the closets, like the cabinets and such. All right. So this is probably the bedroom. This is the closet space. So you can just go get like a carpenter, and they're gonna build you a beautiful closet space. Uh, because again, you're saving so much on rent, right? So you can afford that. And this is, well, I mean, I'm assuming you can afford that. This is the backyard, and you can just put your garden stuff here. Very nice. This looks like they had just painted it, which is quite unusual because many landlords in Merida, they don't maintain their properties well. But this person probably isn't from Merida. They're probably from somewhere else. Let's see where it's located. Okay, so again, it's in the southeast, right? Um, it's in the southeast. So as you can see, so you can just see what your money gets you in different parts of the city, right? Because so far we have found two houses, about 4,000 pesos thereabouts, in this particular area in the southeast, right? Okay, let's come out again. I'm only going based on pictures here because just going through this map, it can be too much. Uh, okay, so one room, one bathroom. This is an apartment. This is a house. This is an apartment, 5,500 pesos, which is what I'm paying. So let's see if these people have a much better deal than what I have. Okay, rental departamentos. Okay. So it looks like it's a studio apartment and it's in Central. Nice. Okay, so this is a studio apartment. Yeah, and it looks like it's in the west part of Central. Perfect. So yeah, so daily it can be rented for 500 pesos per month. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Okay, let me just X out of this. So you can see now, right, what your money gets you in different parts of the city, depending on what you're looking for. Let me just click on that. All right. This is really nice. They have the gates there. They also have this. This looks like Calcan on Las Americas, probably Calcan, because Las America, Los Héroes, yeah. Okay, it's in the east of Merida. As you can see, very nice, really beautiful. So let's say Los Héroes is just outside of the periférico. Yeah, so it's right here, right? Los Héroes, it's really well developed, so you're not gonna have any issues finding Uber. Yeah, it might be a little bit expensive because it's outside of the peripheral, but yeah, 6,500. That's about 370 thereabouts, right? And it's on a big piece of land, 220 square meters. That's a really big piece of land, right? That it's on. All right. So while it's big for Merida, big for Merida. Okay. Let's see. Let's click on this one. So sometimes some houses might look like what's going on here. So they might not look well kept, but you move in because your rent is low enough. You can reinvest some of the money you're saving, right, to just uh, spruce up the place a little bit. But make sure it's not too nice because some landlord can get very greedy and be like, well, we want to rent this space out to our cousin, even though they're going to rent it out to somebody else at a significantly higher rent. So make sure, I mean, you can make it look nicer, but not too nice. Okay, so here it's showing apartment, departamento, se renta, unfurnished, of course. So with this price point, they're all going to be unfurnished. Unfurnished means nothing, not even a light bulb. Not even a light bulb. So it's showing somewhere like south of Central. But okay, let me see here. Yeah, the pictures are kind of questionable. But anyway, that's it. Let's just go through a couple more and then we can end this. Let's see. Two rooms. Okay, let's click on this one bedroom apartment. Wow, this is right. Okay, so it looks like a studio apartment. Looks like a studio apartment. So depending on what you're looking for, some people are out the whole day, so they only need a place to sleep at night. Some people like myself were indoor the whole day. We only go out in the evening, so we need somewhere really comfortable and really nice. So it, again, that's going to determine what you sign up for. So this is almost central, right? Estado Salvador Alvarado. So there's a big stadium, and they have a huge swimming pool. You can take swimming lessons. They have the running tracks. Like at night, this stadium comes alive, right? Because you have people jogging, running, playing basketball, playing soccer, all sorts. So this is a really good neighborhood, and it's in the middle of the city. Well, sort of in the middle of the city, so you can go to the north very quickly, and to the central within 10 minutes. Actually, you can actually ride your bike to central within 15 minutes. Depending on where in central, you're gonna get to central within 15 minutes, and you're gonna get to the north within 15 minutes as well. So that is a really great location, and it's only 6,000 pesos for for an apartment, a studio apartment, right? So this is perfect for a single person or a couple that doesn't have too much stuff. Okay, let's look at a house, a casa, Concal. No, okay, yeah. I mean, let's look at Concal. Okay, so Concal, it is way outside of Merida. So this house looks abandoned. Oh, wait. So that was before, and that's the after. Wow, interesting. Wow. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. All right. So let me show you what Concal is. So this is Concal, and Merida is right here. So it's like it's in a different municipality. So let's X out of this one. Okay. 2,000 pesos, 4,000. Oh, no. Ambiente, Mediterráneo, 2,000. Okay, so let's click on this one. 3,500 pesos. Oh, is this no, this is a store. This is in a house. This is a store. Ah, 2,000 pesos for a house. Let's see. It's in cab. Where is it? It's in cab. Okay. Mhm. Okay. All right. So it's just southwest of Merida. Okay. It's in camp. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. 2,000 pesos. Wow. That's like $100. 115. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Let's look at another one. Okay. Let's look at a final one, and then that will be it for this long tutorial. 5,000 pesos, one bedroom, one bath, apartment. Let me look at a house. Let's look at a house instead of an apartment. So this is let's look at this one. Even though it says apartment, but that looks like a house. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So it's a studio apartment built inside somebody's house. Wow. I'm looking at all these prices and I'm just like, wow. Like wow, wow, wow. Which one is this? A dental office? What the? Uh, okay, let's click on it. Okay. Oh, it says Cananza. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. So for a dentist, never mind. Okay, let's X out of this one. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm just looking at pictures here. But usually for me, when I rent, I usually go click at the neighborhood I want to live in, right? But because it's just a general tutorial, so I'm just clicking. So for example, if I click on this one, 201, so it's showing 201 listings in this area, and then it'll populate houses in that area, right? But here, instead of just looking for apartments or houses in a particular area, because that's up to you, because I'm not going to tell you, hey, live in this area because of this, live in that area, because people are very, like, they're very biased, right? So they might tell you, hey, don't go to the west because of this, don't go to the south because of this. But you have so many people, immigrants, expats, whatever you want to call them, living in those areas, and they've been living in those areas happily for many years, right? So I'm not going to tell you to just go to like Concal or Chulul or Central, no, right? At least you can see what's available in different parts, right? And also, it depends on what you're looking for, right? So if you're looking, for like a home base, for example, right? Home base in Merida, and you want to be away for a month or two, travel the world, come back. Because your rent, it's only like, say, 5,000 pesos, 4,000 pesos, whatever, you can easily afford to do that, right? Without worrying about, finding a roommate or doing, what do you call it? House sitting or something like that, right? You can just leave the house empty, or maybe put it up on an Airbnb very, very, very cheap for 1 month, right? Because not everybody who goes to Merida wants to find an Airbnb in Central or in the North. Some people are just in Merida to see family members for an occasion, or maybe just to test out the waters of Merida. So they don't mind living a little bit further out, right? As long as they're gonna be saving a lot on on rent or on the Airbnb, right? Okay, I'm just going to look at one final one, and then we will call it a day for this series of tutorial. Let me click on. So this one, it says it's a house, two bed, one bath. Okay, let's look at it. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so this is like way outside of Merida, uh, but it's very nice. Wow, right? Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, I mean, it's not really too far because, as you can see, this is the peripheral. This is peripheral. So probably from here to Centro. Yeah, yeah. So this is it. It's here somewhere. Oh, even though this area, it's like low income area, but I think it's okay. From this area to Centro, driving maybe 20 minutes, not too far, right? But then again, not everybody goes to Centro. Not everybody goes to Centro quite often. If you want to go to the beach, you just take the peripheral and you go up, right? So for these areas, you may or you may not even need a car, right? Uh, Also, because your rent, right? Because your rent is so low, you can maybe save up for a car, right? It might be easier to save up for a car because you're paying such a low amount for rent, right? So this one only has two images, meaning probably it's probably probably not legit. But again, it might just be the person being absolutely lazy. Okay. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, right? Concur to Shilum, so that's after the Merida. So you can see here, right, that Merida has a budget for everybody, right? People talk about how things are so expensive in Merida, everything is going up, this and that, but really, those people are just living outside of their means, right? Sometimes if you're willing, because Merida is so small, right? So you can live anywhere and not be bothered by it. I know people who live outside. Like I know someone who lives maybe in this area or something or this area, and she comes to Central very often. Very often. And I'm like, well, but that's far. But she's like, no, it's not because she is from Mexico City, whereby it takes an average of 1 hour to get to a place. So for her, spending 40 minutes getting to a place in Merida for her, it's absolutely nothing. It is absolutely nothing. Like she doesn't mind, right? So, yeah. So for somebody like that, right? They don't need to live in Central because it's so close by, or Norte because it's premium, or this part, right? Some people are just looking for a nice and a nice and comfortable area where they feel safe, where they feel secure, and their money goes far, right? And yeah, they feel comfortable, right? So that's pretty much it, right? So as you can see here, it's very much possible to find a place within your budget. So if you're looking for, the low end of that budget, the middle end, or the high end, Merida has it all, right? So it depends on where you're living. So like I said, my rent is about 5,500 pesos. It's an apartment, very basic apartment, but very nice at the same time, comfortable, centrally located, right? And yeah, so just enough for one person or maybe even a couple, right? And next door we have like two bedrooms, so that could be for like a couple or maybe siblings or maybe a small family, right? And yeah, and you guys live a nice and comfortable house lifestyle, right? So yeah, because sometimes I meet people paying 15,000 pesos for a one bedroom. I'm like, what? 15,000 pesos, 14,000 pesos for like a one bedroom apartment or something like that. I'm like, what? Oh my god. So anyway, yeah. So, but those people usually are looking for something nice and chic and premium, something Instagram worthy. But if you are a very simple person, basic person, you just like, you know what, I just need a comfortable place. I can furnish it nicely, right? With some paints, some furniture, some interior decor, right? You can live really nice, comfortable at a very low price, right? As long as you live within your means, right? So after watching all three videos, under $1,000, under $500, and under $350, you can see really what's out there and where, right? What's out there and where. So that way you can really choose, where you would like to live in Merida. All right, if you have any other question or any question regarding this tutorial, let me know, and let me know by leaving a comment in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so that I can bring you more videos. All right, take care and ciao.